And so turn to me to Matthew chapter 13. And here are a couple of these parables. And again, the kingdom of heaven is like. It's not exactly that. It's just drawing a picture so that we understand how the Spirit of God operates. And so verse 33 says this. Let me go back up to verse 31. It says, another parable he put forth to them, this is Christ, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all the seeds, but when it has grown, it is greater than all the herbs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and nest in its branches. If you've never seen a mustard seed, if you take an ink pen and put a dot in your hand, it's about that size. But a mustard seed, if tended and kept, will grow into a mighty tree, and it goes on to say here, that birds of the field will nest in it. It'll provide housing. It'll provide shade. It provides mustard seed. That means a provision. What is that? That is like the kingdom. Okay? And so let's go down to the next one here. Well, I'll go to verse 32. In which is the least of all the seeds, but when it is grown is greater than all the herbs, he becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and nest in its branches. Another parable he spoke to them. The kingdom of heaven is like. The kingdom of heaven is like which a woman who took and hid 3 measures of meal and took, let me see, I got messed up. The kingdom of heaven is like leaven. Leaven is yeast. The kingdom of heaven is like leaven, which a woman took and hid in 3 measures of meal till it was all leavened. Any bakers here? Wow, I guess everybody goes to Kroger, Publix. I kind of focus more on the eating than the baking, as you can tell. So, but yeast is something that you put in flour to make dough rise. Now, let me ask you: have you guys seen the 6-part miniseries on PBS about the leaven in the meal? You know why? There ain't one. You know why? There's nothing exciting about that. There's nothing exciting about leaven. There's nothing exciting about, that was pretty good even for me, really. That's free, I'm just throwing that out there. There's nothing exciting about yeast in dough. You're not going to see fireworks. Nobody's going to knock on the lady's door and say, is that leaven still working through that jar of meal? Can I see it? No one cares. But given time, that yeast works and works and works and works and works and works till the whole jar of flour is leavened. That is how the kingdom of God operates. It doesn't show fireworks. There's not going to be a 6-part PBS series. You're not going to see an article in the newspaper about the leaven. Yet, it is supernatural, it is spiritual, and it is ongoing, and God's kingdom is advancing just like that.